Hi guys, so let me give you a bit of introduction here. I played Asuka since Tekken 5 casually, and I played her competitively from Tekken 6 onwards. So you can say that I grew up with the character. I have loads of merch, I have a cabinet full of figurines, shirts, keychains, you name it. I have loads of terms experience with this character, both in Tag 2 and in Tekken 7, and a little bit in Tekken 6. So I kinda like the character, right? I kinda like the character. But her inclusion in Tekken 8 just has me asking so many questions. She got so many nerfs, like tremendous nerfs. And I actually think she got nerfs the most of anyone from Tekken 7. She's not in a good spot right now. And it's very confusing for me because Asuka was never really a character that's considered like top tier. You know, she usually floats around like loads and mid tier kind of era in all the Tekken games she's been in. So I'm really confused why they're nerfing this character so much in between all the builds. Now, let me preface all this by saying I'm fully aware Tekken 8's in pre-release. There's probably going to be a day one patch, fully aware of that, I hope so. And this is not me downplaying for the sake of downplaying, because, you know, I've been a big Asuka defender in Tekken 7. I put her way higher than most people give her credit for in Tekken 7. So the game really suited her mechanics. She had one of the best reach drives, she had some of the best damage outputs, she had some of the best wall fences, power crushes, so Tekken 7 was really good for the character. Now, going into Tekken 8, she got a lot of nerfs. The system really doesn't suit her, in my opinion. There's a lot of system changes that really doesn't benefit the character at all. So, let me talk a bit about that. So, stuff like Sidestep 2 is unsafe now. That's like literally the only nerf I agree with. Fair enough. Sidestep 2 is unsafe now. Fair enough. 124 doesn't knockdown anymore, and it's point blank unsafe. So that's a massive nerf. 441 doesn't knockdown anymore. It gives you plus 14, which is worse. She lost all of her can strings. She lost this. She lost this. So she lost quite a few strings. She lost 1-4. She lost this for some reason, so she loses a very good render, and she loses a counter hit mind game behind her strings. She lost a lot of counter hit properties, such as 113 counter hit, which is now gone. Then 1+2, 242 is less consistent in Tekken 8. It's less consistent. Stuff like cans doesn't push back on hits anymore, so she's point blank and she's -8, so she gives up her turn essentially. Her 10 frame punish does less damage. Her 2-3 is worse, and it barely will splats in Tekken 8. Then Mach 1 is now unsafe on block. You can always stick jab unless she does the new extension, which is then Mach 1-4, which I obviously can't show here. But it doesn't was blocked, it's launch punishable, so it's a really shitty mind game to get them from stop punishing this on block. A really shitty mind game. The biggest nerf in the last build was this is no longer possible. She gets a flow combo. Now Tune got the same nerf, but funnily enough, Tune players actually found a better combo of her new What's Animal +2 counter. So Asuka still gets a shittier combo. She can't do this anymore. This is not possible in Tekken 8 anymore. So she has a worse back turn punish now. Key charge tackle doesn't give 4-2 anymore. Well, just pretend I did it. It doesn't give 4-2 anymore, which is a big nerf. She lost this string here. Yo, Marky, thank you very much for the subs, man. Thank you. Much love, man. I'll just continue the video now, okay? But I appreciate the subs. 1+4 into 4-3 is gone now, so she lost some wall tech traps. And just generally, the mechanics from Tekken 7, she lost, you know, race drive, wall fences. She has some of the best ones. They're gone now. Her reversal is a lot weaker now. Because you can check them with airborne moves. You can throw them now as a punish, and they deal grey life damage. So they don't even do real damage, they do grey life damage, which you can recover. So, and another thing is, if she gets punch reversal at the wall, doesn't get follow up anymore. So her reversals are like massively nerfed. Now 2-1 was a buff they gave her. So in Tekken 8 this chills. So we're like, okay, this is like the one really good buff that she got, right? But in the last builds, the demo builds, they made a -6 on block, and they made the follow-ups interruptible, so it's like they almost like reverses the buff. And I feel like her heat smash is really not that good. So when she's in heat, she does a little bit more chip damage on moves like running 1+2 and forward 1+2. I can't show them here obviously because they're new moves, but she can use it twice. But the problem is they push back in neutral on block, so she doesn't really get like pressure afterwards unless they're at the wall. And also, there's no like big mix-up mind game behind it because you have Xiaoyu with launching lows and heat. You have Paul, Claudio, Kazuya with low heat smashes. You have, you know, Horang, Nina go mental with chip damage on block. So Asuka's heat doesn't really like pale. It really pales in comparison to the others. And the thing is, like, they gave her a point mechanic, like the install mechanic in the CNT build. In Tekken in general, they gave her a point install build, which buffs the damage on her moves, right? And gives her free, basically, rage drive combos. But the thing is, the very next build, they made the scaling so bad that it's almost useless. So why give her that in the first place? Do you know what I mean? Like, her normal combos do more damage than the install stuff, so why even give it to her in the first place if you're just going to make it useless? And her offense isn't really sticky like other characters, so she's going to like struggle to get Grey Light back more than other characters, because like her offense isn't really sticky like other characters are. So she got like almost like next to no buffs with all the nerf that she's received. Now again, pre-release, there could be a day one patch, I'm hoping. But your Fortune is safe in this game. It's -1 in Tekken 8. That's like one buff, but it's kind of whatever. The big buff was 2-1 jailing, but they made it worse on block and hit, so... And they made the follow-ups worse too, so I don't know what they want to do with it. So... I feel like Namco introducing June is really trying to push June. They're really trying to push people to use June because she's super strong. She barely got touched. And Asuka, who is a much weaker character than June, got hits like infinitely way more than June. So I just want to understand the reasoning behind this. Like, are they trying to make Asuka players swap over to June? Because like Asuka's getting fucked up with the nerf pat. Like, she's getting beaten up badly with the nerf pat, while June is gonna tap on the wrist. If anything, even stronger than ever with June. So, and another thing is, like, outside of a gameplay reason, she has no interactions with Jin, she has no interactions with June. She's not even featured in any of the story mode trailers. Now, she could be in the story mode, maybe. Maybe they're keeping her secret or whatever. But as of now, she has no interactions with any of the main characters, Jin or June. She has no cameos in any of the story trailers. Well, Lily does. Lily, who is way less relevant than Asuka, had a cameo in the story modes, and she didn't. And she's a Kazuma. So, I don't know what Namco wants to do with this character. Like, I'm thinking, why even include the character at this point? You know, like, if you're just gonna, like, nuke her, and then you're gonna make her, like, story irrelevant. Like, it's kind of hard to be an Asuka fan right now, because they're doing her really dirty in this game. So, like, it feels like a monkey paw wish, you know, for Kazuma fans. We got June in, amazing. I love June, right? Like, I'm happy for that, but they killed Asuka in the meantime, do you know what I mean? They, like, really killed her. And, like, she almost got, like, no buffs going into Tekken 8 from Tekken 7. So, I'm just, like, wondering why include her, do you know what I mean? At this point, if she's going to be treated like this. Now, again, day one, there could be a day one patch. This is all pre-release information, you know, and I know some people are like, oh, at least you have your character, or, you know, I don't like Asuka, fuck her anyway. This video's not about you, okay? So what I'm kind of asking is, Namco, please, like, reconsider some of these changes, because she's in a really shitty spot right now, balance-wise. her fitting in the heat system, the mechanics of this game, she's not really like there. So, and I made this promise to the chat, and I made this promise to myself. If Asuka's like this on release, and I choose to play her, I won't complain about her. Like, I don't like people downplaying their characters and still playing them and complaining anyway. If I play Asuka, I won't say a word. Or I will switch to June, one of the two options. I'll play Asuka with no complaints, or I'll switch to June. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that. I think these are pretty valid complaints. I think I'm being reasonable enough. Let me know. And, you know, hashtag save Asuka.